guys, Drea here. I am super excited to show you what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to call it a superfood because I am putting liver in this. I'm going to make my ground beef jerky, which I've done before and we absolutely love. I made a whole bunch last time and it's gone, wiped out. So this time I'm going to add liver into it because my goal is to get a pound of liver into our diet once a week. And I thought maybe this is a sneakier way to get it into the diet. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to play it by ear, but I'm going to see how it turns out. I have a feeling it's going to taste delicious. So that's how we're going to do it. So I've got my ground beef here. And so the portions are basically the portions are 2 to 1. So I've got 16 pounds of ground beef and 8 pounds of liver. So I'm hoping I can fit that amount of meat into my dehydrator. I can't 100% remember how much I fit in there last time, but I'm going to see. And if there's anything that doesn't fit in, I will just refrigerate it overnight. And this will be done by tomorrow. And then I will finish off the batch in the dehydrator tomorrow. So let's get started. Okay. So hopefully this is big enough to mix all my ingredients in. We'll see. There's my ground beef. Now my liver. So my liver, it came from our bowl that we just butchered. Anyways, so what I did is I just took the whole liver, sliced it up, and then I ground it. So, but it didn't grind normal, like what I expected it to be. It kind of mushed, but that's not a problem. I'm just going to add it in and just mix it in with the ground beef. So you're not even going to detect it. It's just going to all kind of mix together. If I were you, I know it's becoming quite popular, so I know people are really becoming aware of this, but organ meats are so good for us. If I were you, I would look up, do some research on how good they are for us to eat, because you're going to be really surprised at what you find. Okay, so I've got all my liver and my ground beef in here, and now it is the ingredient time. And so what I like to use, I've done the jerky before, a couple of times actually. I like to use onion powder, garlic powder, Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, and then some honey. So that's what I find that we enjoy the most. I don't normally measure, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I'll try to give you guesstimations. Okay, I would say about a cup of Worcestershire, if I say that right. Probably about 6 teaspoons. Lovely. I see I splashed blood on my shirt. That's nice. Should have worn an apron. Same for onion powder, probably about 6 teaspoons. Probably about 6 teaspoons on pepper too. Maybe just a little less. And probably the same on the salt as well. Quarter to half a cup of honey. You want to mix it, incorporate it all super, super well, especially that liver with the ground beef. So my original plan was with the liver was to mix it in with my ground beef as I was cooking. And I did that for one meal, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was liver or what, or if it was just mind battle. I'm not sure, but it was hard to get past. It wasn't bad. I just I didn't eat it real well. And I think it's because I know that there's liver in it. So I'm having to get past a mind battle. I know it's good for me and I want to get it in my diet. And so I'm having to come up with ideas. So I'm trying this. Sorry, Amos is playing with my pots and pans, so he's being a little noisy. But I'm trying this jerky liver method because we all love jerky in this house. And you have so many flavors in jerky, I feel like we won't detect it. I feel like we're going to love it. But we will see. I have a pretty strong feeling, though, that we're going to like it. It's going to just taste like jerky. Another method I want to try cooking my liver and then blending it and then freezing probably a pound worth for our family. But I'd freeze it in smaller amounts, like 7 increments, so I can add it in whatever I may be cooking that day. So once a day I'm getting liver in all of our diet, or maybe even I'll do it individual. No, it would be as a meal. So anyways, add it into 1 meal a day that we're all going to get a good helping of. So I'm just trying to come up with different ideas, getting liver into our diet. Any organ meats are so good for us. And I never knew that, never realized that until recently. Look up Weston A. Price. They will inform you a lot about the organ meats. And I've got a big heart in the freezer. That's a hard one for me. It's just disturbing to look at. To be honest, the liver's not like too gross looking. It's just more of a mind battle, but the heart is like, it's a little disturbing. So, but I'm going to do it. So maybe I'll show you guys sometime when I cook that thing up. I've heard that heart is easier to get past than liver, which is interesting to me. It's hard to imagine that, but I've heard it almost tastes like steak. So I don't know. I'm going to try it sometime. And maybe when I cook it up, I'll show you guys and see what the whole family thinks of it. But yeah, we're just trying to incorporate organ meats. We never have, and now we are, and we're learning all of the good stuff from the animal are in the organ meats. Like, that's what we should always be eating and should not be trashing out. And we should be on a regular basis getting organ meats in our bodies. Like, it's loaded with so many vitamins that we lack in. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. We will see. This is all looking good to me. It smells good. I feel like it could use a little bit more honey. Okay, I think that is done. I am going to call that good. So I'm going to fill up my gun. Okay, so I totally just did that backwards. I totally forgot. It's been so long since I've done this. You got to fill from this end. Super big blonde moment. Anyways, so it's filled and it's ready to do it on my trays. Okay, one tray is done. Okay, now we will fill meat the right way, or my jerky gun. really icky mess, but it's all gonna get washed up at the end. I totally should have worn an apron. Okay, so I do have some leftover. I think, if I remember right, I think I can fit about no, it must be a little bit more. I don't know, 15 to 18 pounds of meat in that dehydrator, which is amazing. It's Excalibur, and it works really good, and it holds, I think 15 to 18 pounds of meat. Not 100% positive, but that's kind of my guess to be about. So anyways, I've got this bowl left over. I'm going to finish it tomorrow because that thing is full. And I just set it on jerky temperature, which is the highest temperature on mine. And then I set it for 14 hours. I know it's not going to be that long, but I don't want it to also stop and it's not quite done. So I just set it for 14 hours and I'll be peeking on it. If I remember right, I feel like the last batch I did was 6 hours. But I could be wrong. So I'm just going to see how this goes and I'll be peeking on it and checking it until I feel like it's good. Okay, so I am all finished up with that. It's in the dehydrator like I showed you, and I'm all cleaned up, changed up. It was really annoying. I got some blood on my shirt. So frustrating, but I'll get it out. Anyways, that feels good that that's all done. And we will be trying it tomorrow when it's all finished, and I'll let you know how the ingredients were, if I felt like everything turned out good, and just how it tastes and see what we think. So I have a feeling it's going to taste good though. So I'm super excited. If you do look into organ meats and find out like how good they are, you totally should. And look up Weston A. Price. They have a lot of information. Weston A. Price. I tend to say my words a little bit too fast and they slur together. Anyways, so yeah, one thing Sally Fallon said, we saw her at a conference last year, and she said, so a week's worth of meat that we eat is worth one liver or one portion of organ meat. So that's how much more nutrition there is in an organ meat. So they are packed full, loaded of good stuff for you. And another thing is we've had some sick puppies in the past. This year, we had that litter of puppies, and one never had any shots, and he got really sick. I was a little bit nervous, and he happened to be Aubrey's. It was Diesel. He got really, really sick. And so we were butchering chickens, and we were like, let's give him lots of liver and hearts. And so we loaded him up. Like, he ate as much as he wanted, practically. I mean, not quite, but he ate a lot of liver and heart, and he was better. He just pulled right out of it. And that happened to another puppy too. She did have her shots, but she still got really sick. Later on, it was like a few weeks down the road. She got really sick, skin and bones. So we, of course, had another butchering day. We do it like almost weekly, it feels like. This year it will be. But anyways, and so we let her have all the liver and hearts from the chickens, and she pulled right out of it. So we were really surprised because she was down a little bit longer and skinny, just losing so much weight and just very lethargic, laying off by her side, not doing well at all for a puppy. Yeah, she ate a bunch of liver and hearts and just pulled right out of it, like overnight. It's crazy. It was crazy. Both those puppies pulled out of it overnight. So that's something good to know too. And another thing I recently heard, in some cultures, they actually discard the muscle meat and they keep only the organ meats. So that says something too. There's a lot of good stuff in there, and we're trying really hard to get it into our diet now. And if anybody does cook with organ meats that is watching, let me know some suggestions. Put it in the comments, some things that you make. I would love to learn more how to work with liver and heart and tongue and all those things. So yes, I need lots of tips if you've got any. All right, well, I will let you see when the jerky is all done, see what we think. Okay, so I have finished my liver jerky. I almost wanted to call it turkey jerky, but it's liver ground beef jerky. So, and it actually tastes really good. Really good. I did it a little bit too long. It got a little dry. It could be a little bit more moist, but it's good. And everybody else really likes it too. I actually had, this is all that I have to show for it. I have 4 vacuum sealed bags of the jerky. We actually had like 4 more other bags and we've already eaten it, just snacking on it. So it's definitely good. It's a great way to get your liver in because everybody eats it. All of us love it. So it's really good. The only thing I'd probably do differently is I would go heavier on my seasonings, just a little bit more, especially the honey, to get that extra sweetness in there. I don't know. For sure, next time I'm going to try doubling it. So it is really good though, very tasty. And now we are going to be getting our liver in every week. We've already gotten probably way, you can't get too much, but we've already gotten a lot for this last week. So my plan is we have a town day once a week. And so I will just grab a pack of one of these and some other little snacks to take for the road. And that will be our lunch, you know, for the day instead of buying something on the go. So that'll save us a lot of money and it's getting liver in our diet. So it's super healthy and it's homemade. So I know what the ingredients are. So anyways, you can see Amos likes the jerky too. So yeah, we're super happy about it. I'm super happy about it, getting liver in our diet. It's a super easy way to get it in and everybody loves it. I've tried cooking liver a couple different ways and getting it in our dinners. And I've got some picky eaters, including myself when it comes to the liver, and did not get the portion amount that we needed. So this way I find everybody eats it, nobody balks it, and we are definitely getting what we need. So that's super encouraging. So this is I'm calling it a super jerky. Sorry, he got mad I took that from him. Super jerky because liver is a superfood. Like it's loaded with good things for you. So try this out if you guys like jerky. If you got a dehydrator, you can also dehydrate in your oven too. But dehydrators are amazing, especially this Excalibur, because I can do a ton of it. I can do a big batch in that. Yeah. And now we have lots of liver to eat. Well, liver jerky. And I'm actually going to have to be making another batch soon because it's just getting gobbled up. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you do. And I will see you guys next time. Okay. Bye-bye.